Hello! Oh my gosh, Hal's not here. It is I, Mal from Mal Productions. How is everybody doing? Hello DJ, hello Binky, hello everyone. Congrats being first DJ, congrats on being not first Binky. How are y'all doing? It's been a good weekend. I'm so freaking tired though. I'm good, that's lovely. I heard that you've been doing your homework and I'm very proud of you. How has the Deltarune gaming been? How far have you gotten so far? I have. I know chapters 3 and 4 are pretty long. Not all of it, unfortunately, yeah. I had a feeling you were like, oh, I'm gonna do chapters 3 and 4 on, I think you said you were gonna do it on Sunday. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna finish it, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Couldn't finish chapter 4 because of personal stuff. Yeah. That happened to me and Hal too. We got almost to the end of chapter 4 and then we couldn't finish it because we had to leave already. But I've loved what I've played so far. I love freaking Deltarune so much. Still in bed, mouth still puffed up thanks to wisdom teeth removal. Oof. Yeah, that happens. It was so funny. When I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I was not even a little bit affected. But Hal on the other hand, was acting real silly. You have my go ahead to info dump? Okay. So I look like the dog stung by bee meme. Amazing. So, right. So, Susie Deltarune might be my favorite fictional character of all time. I think that's pretty like, you know, pretty very like, I think she has a lot of the, I was awake for it, but only numbed gums with gross tasting thing. Oof, that's rough. I like Susie. Susie has all of the traits that all of my favorite fictional characters have, and I just love the way that she's grown over the course of the story. I love her so freaking much. She makes me so, like, happy just thinking about her, you know? Like, everything that she's been through, everything that she is, I'm so happy about the fact that she exists. And I just think, like, she's gonna be... I think my personal theory is that, like, Deltarune is supposed to have only one ending, and I think that Susie is going to be the one to ensure that there's only one ending, because she is going to get the ending that she wants, regardless of whatever choices we make that, like, go against Chris or Noelle, you know? She's gonna want to protect her besties. I love the facial expressions she makes. I know, she's the best. But yeah, that's my theory. I like all the Goober characters, Rousey, Spamton, Rules, etc. Rules is so funny. Wait. Stop it. Okay, listen. I have a laser pointer. Oh my god, I love Rousey. I love Rousey too. I think it's so interesting. I want to hug him so bad. One day you'll get to. Okay, hold on. I want Chris. I'm drawing Chris right now, so I want Chris. I'm drawing them in their Dark World forms, just so that we're all aware. Chris is gonna be looking down. All of the other, like, characters I have looking up, but I want Chris to be looking down slightly. I love my soft boys. I do love a good soft boy. I love freaking whatever Susie's character archetype is. Just absolutely obsessed. They knew exactly what they were doing advertising his plushie in-game. Did you know? I want a Rousey carpet or placemat or whatever of his splat sprite. Oh my god, yeah. I think I've actually seen something like that. But you know that scene in chapter 3 where, like, Rousey turns into a block and it's like, oh, you gotta push him. And, like, you know, he turns into a block and there's, like, freaking music that's like, push him. If you don't push him for long enough, it'll be like, Tena will just, like, kind of get sick of you and be like, okay, it's time for a commercial break. And then it'll just be a picture of the Rousey plush knocked over face down with the text, why didn't you push him? With sad music over it. It's beautiful. I didn't know that. It's so funny. There's so many interesting stuff. Oh my gosh, sorry. So chapter 3, the way that like the players, the other people in the party play the game is so fascinating to me. Like, I love that Rousey is pretty much always following slightly behind you, but you can tell that his inputs are like kind of delayed. And Susie is just always doing her own thing. I love it. I love it. It feels like they're actually playing the game and it's beautiful. There was a lot of secrets I missed, most of all the secret Spamton fight. Oh, you didn't fight Spamton? See. Yeah, me and Hal actually did get to fight Spamton. The second time, no. Second time? There's no second Spamton fight. Is there? There's a secret Spamton fight? Where? When? Huh? Wait, or are you saying, like, when you went to replay the chapter? Isn't there two? No? I mean, there's like a special one if you do the Snowgrave route, but like, who's gonna do that? Not me. Let me look at my freaking art. Did I have my reference of Chris Deltarune? The first is when it's just Chris and then again with Susie and Rousey? Isn't it like Chris starts to fight Spamton? Chris starts to fight Spamton and then they end up having to call for help from Susie and Rousey, or like Susie and Rousey just kind of show up on their own, don't they? Did you manage to defeat him with just Chris? Spamton fight Neo and the chapter 3 apprentice. Wait, chapter 3 apprentice? Appearance. Oh yeah. There was the thing where, yeah. I actually missed that too. The thing where he appears in chapter 3 and like freaking Tenna goes like, whoa, what the mama, what the mama, what the mama mia, oh my gosh. How's that possible when it happens during the part of chapter 2 where you're separated from them? Wait, what? Oh, right. I now know what you're talking about. I forgot that you fought him, like, yeah. You're right. I'm stupid. I just kind of forgot. Yeah, I remember now. Thank God, I thought I was going crazy. Yeah. So you didn't get to listen to the whole of Big Shot. That's okay. I don't even consider that a fight because it's so easy. Because that one is like a scripted encounter, right? Yeah, I know now. I now know what you're saying. Okay, let me draw this Christmas child. Found it funny when Escort. I hate that meme so much. I don't know why it exists. I don't get it. I don't get the joke. I've seen it everywhere and I don't understand it. But like I've been quoting it so much because it's like it's just a freaking brainworm at this point. I hate it. I hate it so much. But there's like someone like wrote a version of like the song that's like the ending of chapter 1. That goes like, oh, don't forget I'm with you in the dark. And it's like, it's just Asgore talking about how he'll hit people with his car. And I'm like, what? Where did this meme come from? Seriously. But yeah, so prominent fan theory from the video game Deltarune with fans theorizing that the character. Okay, why a car accident though? Like of all things, because like Asgore used to be a police officer. Isn't it a lot more likely that he shot her if he was involved in her death at all? Like, that's what me and Hal have always thought the entire time. And like, especially with the fact that he was like forcefully removed from the police force. Like, it seems like, you know, perhaps, just perhaps, he maybe shot her in an act of police brutality. You know? Like, especially with, like, the song Raise Your Bat kind of feeling like a bit of, like, a protest song, it kind of makes me think that maybe she went to, like, a protest or something. Things got out of hand, and Asgore shot her. The theory was so bad it became a joke, I think. Oh, okay. So, I see now. Like the Minecraft movie. Okay, I see. So it's not a matter of people thinking that theory is true. It's a matter of thinking it's so outlandish that it's like, it's way more funny to think it's true. I see now. Yeah, I missed a lot of the context with that, I think. There's one of Chicken Jockey. Yeah, that makes sense now. Okay. I understand. It's still such a stupid meme. Well, look who it is, Mal the Mal. Hi, Ace. I am here. And I am... Glooby. I'm talking Deltarune. I'm talking Deltarune so much. Is that my boy Chris? It's your they. Sent it in general? Hold on. Where is my... Oh my god! No! God! Poor Des. But yeah, me and Hal, as we were playing, we created so many freaking theories. One of them is the theory that Chris is already dead. Chris is actually like an animated corpse being possessed by their own soul. Sent Hal an insane cover. Oh my gosh. Insane cover of what? Damn. Yeah. So basically, the theory goes, whatever event led to Des's death/disappearance, Chris was also involved in it, and either almost died or did die. And that's kind of why they're working with the Knight. Right? Because they are working with the Knight. That much is obvious. It's just like a matter of why. And I think a lot of their actions in Chapter 4... Speaking of, who do you think the Knight is? Okay. I'm personally a believer of the Carol theory. I don't care that it's obvious. Sometimes the obvious option is just correct. Okay? But if it's not Carol, I think it's an amalgamation of Des and Asriel. In the light world, it's just Asriel, and in the dark world, it's Des and Asriel. Because I don't like the theory that it's Des. Because if it was Des, that would mean that she's able to exist in the light world. And that just doesn't sit right with me, considering that I think that she is the motive behind everything that Carol is doing. I feel like it's too obvious to be Des. See, that's what people said about Carol too. But it was like, that actually makes sense for it to be Carol. Of course it's, like, if it's not Carol, Carol still has something to do with it, right? Like, definitely. I don't believe that Carol is just innocent, you know? Like, it feels like the game's trying really hard to make it feel like it's Des. I don't personally agree with that. I think, like, you kind of have to read in between the lines to see anything about Des, so, Virus and Toby are also contenders. Right. Maybe it's a red herring. See, people have said it's too obviously, like, supposed to be Carol. They're trying to make you think it's Carol, so it can't be Carol. But I personally think it is Carol, because Carol just fits all of the criteria and also has the motive, because I think that she wants to basically use the Dark Worlds to bring back her daughter, who is probably dead. And I think that she's kind of in a bit of a weird amalgamation with Azrael, possibly. I think that's... If Carol isn't the knight, if Carol isn't literally the knight, then Azrael and Des are the knight. They're both the knight, and that's my theory. I more so believe that it's Carol, but I was thinking about it, okay? I was thinking about it, and I was like, hold on, I need to read what I wrote. Hold on, I'm gonna stop moving my face for a second, because I sent a big old theory to Hal, and I was like, okay, no, picture this for a second with me. I was like, okay, that's cool and all, but the goat Gerson? Gerson, yes, I love Gerson. Hold on, let me see if I can find, okay, here it is. So, hold on, let me explain this. So I was like, what if the people involved in Carol's plan all relate to chess pieces? Carol is the queen, Chris is the pawn, the king is their soul, Rousey is the bishop, the rook could be Asgore, and in that case, the knight could be Des or Azrael. And let me explain what each chess piece does, because, okay, the king is the most, oh yeah, so the king is Chris's soul, right? The king is the most important piece, but also the weakest in terms of movement. It can move one square in any direction. The king is the piece you must protect. As a checkmate, when the king is under attack and has no safe squares to move to, ends the game, right? So I think that the king is Chris's soul. I think that the queen is Carol, which makes sense because Queen in the chapter 2 is obviously a parallel to Carol, who has truces with Chris, which is fun. Gerson is memory, so the theory I've been seeing is that the knight is corrupted memory of Des, which is kind of funky. I thought that Gerson was the hammer that was buried alongside him. What's up with the connections of Rousey and Azrael, though? Rousey is a memory, maybe? Okay, I heard people say that Rousey is actually Chris's persona, and I think that theory is hilarious. Maybe it's like Kingdom Hearts and he's a physically manifested part of Azrael. A lot of people have been saying that Rousey is Chris's red horns that they wore when they were a child. And basically, that means that he's Chris's persona. I am losing it over the memes of Asgore running over Des. It's stupid, I hate it. But anyway, so the king is Chris's soul, the queen is Carol, right? The most powerful piece, she can move any number of squares in a straight line, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. I feel like that fits very well with Carol being kind of the mastermind behind the whole deal, being much more powerful than anyone could possibly know. The rook, I think, is Asgore, because I do think that Asgore is involved in whatever Carol's plan is, because, you know, you can overhear him talking to himself when you're in the vents as the soul. So the rook moves any number of squares horizontally or vertically. It's a strong piece for controlling lines of attack. I think that Asgore is essentially, like, the person who essentially, like, controls everyone else's movement, in a way. I think he's very, like, critical to Carol's plan in that way. The bishop, I think, is Rousey, and let me explain why. Moves a number of squares diagonally. Each bishop starts on either a light or dark square and can only move on squares of that color throughout the game. If that doesn't explain Rousey's character in a nutshell, I don't know what else does. And Rousey obviously has some kind of awareness of what's going on, more so than Susie. And more so than us, the player. Yes. Asgore controlled things in Undertale, so probably a controller too in Deltarune. Exactly. And then the knight. The knight is the mystery one that we don't really know. I personally think that in this metaphor, it could be Azrael, because obviously the queen is already Carol, so that's the thing here. But like in the light world, I think the knight is Azrael. And I think it would be interesting because it's very much implied that Azrael and Des used to date before she, like, died. So, you know, that's the thing, right? And so obviously Azrael would want Des back too. That is the thing. Don't think it would be a little redundant to make Azrael the big bad again? See, but that's kind of why I feel like he has to be. Because, you know, in Undertale he became Flowey, right? Because he, like, you know, lost his sibling and also his soul. And I think, like, having him be, like, kind of like a test dummy to sort of bring Des back is interesting. And I think it parallels Undertale in a cool way. But anyway, the pawn is Chris, which I think is pretty obvious, but the pawn's actual moveset. What if the knight is the character you made at the start? That seems... I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. I think that the character we made at the start was... I don't know. I don't know how it ties in, but the pawn moves 1 square forward, it captures diagonally forward, pawns can also be promoted to any other piece. So basically, pawns can do anything if you, you know, level them up enough. I also think that the pawn could also be Noelle, because there is a certain amount... Temmie is the knight? So real. There is a certain amount of, like... There's some part of the plan that Carol has that, like, requires Snowgrave to be a thing. And I think that's interesting. Like, how come setting a conflict of the world how it is versus how the world how we wish to make it. The world of what we make of it, I mean. Yes, okay, so that's the other thing. I'm not getting anything done because I'm talking in circles. But like, freaking, the themes of like Carol Holiday. One of the first things that we hear about her in like chapters 3 or 4 is that she like keeps everything important locked in her house, and her house is like surrounded by pine trees, so it looks like it's frozen in time, never changing. And that's kind of like how I feel like she feels about like death, you know? She wants to bring back the past and stay frozen in that memory, and she doesn't want things to ever change or be new. And that's part of why she hates Susie so much, because she's like, Susie represents change in hometown, and like that's basically a threat to Carol's entire idea. Should have made this a Deltarune spoiler just chatting stream. I shoulda. But I need to get this done too. So, okay. What else was I gonna say? I forget where I was. I got distracted. Or that Susie reminds her too much of Des. See, that could be as well, but I think that if Susie reminded her of Des, which I think that she does, but if that was the only reason, then it would just be like, she wouldn't hate her. But it's the fact that Susie represents change, and like, the one thing that we know about Chris as a person is that they really, really care about Susie. Like, all of their actions at the beginning of chapter 4 kind of tell you, like, does Rudy fit in this? I don't think he does, personally. Some people have theorized that Rudy could be the knight. I personally don't believe it, because he seems like too genuine of a guy. He likes Susie, he cares about Noelle. I just don't think that he could be involved. She serves as a reminder of the child she lost. Fair. But, like, also, definitely her motive of just keeping things the same forever, I think, is much stronger in that. Rudy can barely get out of bed. That too, exactly. I mean, I think it's an interesting theory. I don't think there's enough strong evidence supporting it, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. What was I saying? Right. No, I lost it. Where was I? I'm trying to like multitask and it's not working. Let me just do this really quick. Okay, so what was I saying? Crap. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I think that a lot of Chris's actions in chapter 4 at the beginning of it where like they were kind of like tearing the soul out of their chest to stop you from reading the code. All of it was motivated by a desire to protect Susie from whatever Carol / the Knight / whatever, whoever had planned. Like, at this point, I think they really hate the fact that they're like a pawn in this plan, you know? They hate the fact that they're being controlled by the soul too, but I think more than anything, they hate the fact that they're a pawn in this plan, whatever it is. Maybe at some point they agreed to it, but like, clearly, you know, with Susie kind of giving their life a bit of like a better outlook, they've kind of started to wane a little bit, and like, I don't want to go into the ending of chapter 4 because that's like a bit spoilery, right? But like, I should probably have color. What's it called? Whatever. But like, basically, God, I can't go into the ending of chapter 4, but it ties into my theory a little bit. Like, I think that the Snowgrave route is a part of the plan. And that's kind of weird, right? Because that's like something that the player can choose to do if they just want to be exceptionally cruel and horrible. So what part of that would be like a part of the plan? But there is substantial enough evidence that makes me think that like Carol wanted the Snowgrave route in some way. Like, I think, because in chapter 2, right, Sansa's dating our mom, that's already true. Soriel has always been canon. But like, in chapter 2, like, it seems like the knight, or whoever, when they talked to Queen, they basically told her that, oh yeah, you should get Noelle to do this for you. Like, they wanted to make Noelle stronger. And, you know, that's kind of the thing in the Snowgrave route of, like, oh, Noelle has gotten stronger. So, it's like, suspicious, you know? Highly suspicious. I'm just freaking Chris Deltarune. I probably should have made this much bigger now that I think about it. Let me just, there you go. It's just very interesting, very sus. I don't trust. But like, there's also a thing, the secret boss in chapter 3, right? Who people have been calling ERAM. It's the thing that holds the Shadow Mantle. Kinda like, what? Why are you staring at me?
Giving you an update.
Oh, okay. Hey, when are we leaving, though? I'm not gonna finish this. Dude. Oh, God. Got the pillar guy? Oh, the Titan? Oh, yeah. The Shadow Mantle guy. ERAM. So ERAM, kind of, if you do the Snowgrave route, kind of like calls Chris out a little bit, like, in a sense, like, oh man, you know, why are you doing this? Are you collecting these Shadow Mantle, or these Shadow pieces because it's like fun, because you're having fun? Or is part of you just enjoying this, you know? Just like you enjoyed last night. And of course they are referring to Snowgrave route, because that line is very unique to the Snowgrave route. The rest of the monologue is the same, but like the line about enjoying yesterday. He only has 1 HP, Chris. True. But like, yeah. So, why did I draw an ear here? Oh well. Chris has an ear. It's important to their character design, apparently. Oh, I wanna do that red though. That red. Purpley. I love when fan artists draw Chris with like the red under their hair. I think it's pretty cool. Look at that. Beauty. Okay. Oh gosh, my dog wants out. Everything. I'm never gonna finish this in time. I have to leave in like an hour, and I've only gotten like 0% done. Just do it quickly? I can't. I can't. I can't do it quickly when I'm yapping about Deltarune at the exact same time. Where is my freaking pen? Okay. Yeah, I have so many freaking thoughts in my head about this freaking game. It's pain and suffering. But like, God, I think I've like barely even explained most of my theories. I feel like I've just been word vomiting and like I keep interrupting my own thoughts. It's pretty bad. I need to kind of lock in a little bit. I need to at least finish Chris. And I wanna do Susie and Rousey too. At least those guys. Basically, this, and we go like this, this. This. Okay, looking good. Quickly do a bit of this. Will there be a mic icon? God. I wish I knew who Mike was. Who is Mike? Who is he? Mike is the knight? Oh my god! How could I have not seen it sooner? Of course! No, wait! I've got a better idea. Mike is Ness from Earthbound! Mike is the friends we made along the way. Or Papyrus. I've heard a lot of people say that Papyrus is like the man behind the tree that gives you the eggs, and I actually kind of believe that theory, as stupid as it sounds. What would be the point of making him that guy? I don't know, but there's a substantial amount of evidence that makes me think that it's true. Papyrus would do that. He's the forgotten man, you know? Okay, I need this color. Papyrus locked in and is the knight. That would be kind of crazy, I think. Be very out of left field. I have heard the theories though. I think it's very funny. Burger Pants is the night? That makes so much more sense actually. Let me take this off the lock. Go ahead. I don't believe it's Carol or Des, but like making the horns in the night looks like theirs is what's throwing me off. Okay, the horns look exactly like Carol's. To be fair, like it's obviously one of the holidays if we go based off the horns. Like it's got to be one of them. Yeah, but like the twist. What twist? What are you talking about? There's a twist in the horns? Because in that case, that would totally support my theory of it being a mix between Des and Azrael. No. I mean, like the plot twist. Yeah. Being led to believe it's them, but what if it's not? I feel like there would be no point in making the horns look like that. Like, I feel like Toby Fox doesn't really do red herrings as much as people like to say. You know? I've got a Chris Dreamer here. That's exactly why a red herring would be the ultimate plot twist. No one expects it. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. Okay. I got Chris Dreamer. The child. Okay. So, here we go. There's Chris. Time to draw Susie. Let's go, hurry up, before I run out of time. I don't know why, but I feel like Asgore's gonna play into some in the next chapter. Something? Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty obvious, I think. He's definitely going to be in one of the chapters as, like, one of the main bosses or so. No hair. The story Gerson tells points at chapter 5 being about Asgore, yeah. And there's also a prophecy that basically has Asgore's silhouette being like, oh, Flower Man trapped in asylum or something like that. And that's Asgore. That's Asgore in a nutshell, I think. She has freckles because she's a cutie patootie. What if it wasn't the plot twist? Just because something is unexpected doesn't mean it's gonna be a good plot twist. You don't know that. Goodness. But like, I also, okay, one of the other things that was like, okay, why does Chris like rip out their soul? Right? Why do they hate us so much? And I think the answer is pretty obvious if you do the Snowgrape route, but if you don't do the Snowgrape route, I mean, they hate us a little bit less, but like also, they still hate us. So like, why? And like, I think that them kind of like ripping out their soul or like allowing their soul to have control is essentially just them dissociating. Like, from a like narrative standpoint, it's like just like a metaphor for dissociation and like kind of, you know, letting yourself go on autopilot essentially. Because Chris has dealt with like a lot of tragedy in their life with like their parents' divorce, their like death kind of dying or whatever the heck happened there. It's definitely obvious if you do weird route, yes. And like, I think with the thing about like the freaking Shadow Mantle guy, Eram, one of the things that they say to Chris to call them out is like, oh hey, you enjoyed last night because you got to like end the day by pretending like it wasn't you, you know? Like it wasn't really you. And like that was interesting to me because it's like, oh yeah, Chris kind of, I think part of the reason Chris hates the soul so much is because they just kind of defaulted to blaming it for everything that happened that was bad in their life. Like all of the choices that they regret, even if it was their choices, they sort of blamed the soul for it until they eventually just like gave up on being their own person. Honestly, props to Toby. Genocide route in Undertale is like bad, but you feel kind of powerful doing it. Weird route genuinely makes you feel like a bad person. It's because you're not doing it. You're not the one doing it. You're forcing Noelle to do it. And that's like so much worse. Horrible. It's horrible, and I just like I don't even want to do it because it's so horrible, you know? Chris has such reasonable crash outs, to be honest. Yeah. But I feel like it all started from like just like Chris hating their own humanity and wanting to basically blame literally anything else for their like, you know, whatever choices led to their like current situation. Because I don't think that Chris is completely blameless, you know? Like, Chris is definitely not evil, and in the Snowgrave route, it's like, clearly they don't want anything bad to happen to Noelle. But it's also like, Chris has made some pretty rough choices in general, you know? They definitely made the choice to work with the knight, you know? In the main routes. So it's like, what are they doing exactly? What do you think, Such feel about the Chris cough, the enemy slowly tilted their head? I mean, like, obviously this is a thing of the knight and Chris are working together very clearly, and they have a big plan, right? I also think, I don't know if you've seen the theory, but like when you fight the knight and win, you get a little cutscene that's like, you know, basically Susie has like a sword clash with the knight, chips off a little bit of their sword, and then like, you know, it starts to seem like, oh, maybe Susie can win, and then something hits Susie from behind, My brother did that, took 20 million tries. I did it too. I did it without the Shadow Mantle because I didn't want to get the Shadow Mantle because, you know, all of the stuff that leads up to getting the Shadow Mantle, absolutely horrendous. I don't want to do it. It's a parallel to the Snowgrave route, and no, thank you. So I did it without the Shadow Mantle. It took me like 6 hours. My brother didn't get it either, yeah. It was rough, but we did it. Wait, are you suggesting that Chris might have been the one? Yes! That's exactly what happened! It hit Susie from behind, and then Rousey turns to look at Chris and says, "How could you?" And then he goes down too. And it was like, that wasn't my theory, that was someone else's theory, and they called it the they/them theory, and it was so funny. Because they slashed them. It was so funny, it made me laugh. The non-binary theory, exactly, man. They slashed them! They slashed them because they are evil and working with the night. They're not evil, but like, you know, they're Chris. Trying to find the best way to draw Susie's hair. Because her hair is very messy. That's better, I think. Game is such a mystery. Man, like, gosh. Yeah, like, Chris working with the night is very obvious. There's lots of reasons why that's true, and that's just like a fact at this point. And like, also, there was a thing where at the beginning of chapter 4, like, Chris is on the phone with, you know, presumably Carol, but I think that it was more than just Carol, because they talk about Chris in, like, the third person, like, oh, with no soul, Chris will, Chris has to, and etc, etc. I think that it's Carol, probably the Knight, and, like, other, possibly Asgore, too, and whoever else might be involved, like, maybe freaking Gaster. Who even knows at this point? It could be anyone. Birdly. Oh my god, Birdly. Oh yeah, that reminds me. If you tell Rousey that you want to go to the festival with Birdly, Chris will just like repeat themselves in absolute disbelief and disgust. They'll be like, oh, you're not going to the festival with Susie? Who are you going with? Birdly? Oh, Birdly, that's amazing. Birdly? Chris, you don't have to repeat. Birdly? It's so funny. Game is wonderful. Gosh, I freaking... God. I'm so excited for chapter 5, man. Like, it's gonna be amazing. I know it. Gonna be incredible, amazing, beautiful. I'm not prepared for the amount of hurt, you know? Because I think chapter 5 is definitely... I think it's gonna be a Noelle-centered chapter again. And, like, with everything that happened in chapter 4... where you were given multiple opportunities to abort Snowgrave. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, I think. I feel like, depending on the routes you do, it would be like 2 different games, almost. Hello, Sky. I'm yapping about Deltarune, and I'm also drawing Susie. I love it. Yeah. I'm having a great time over here. However, I'm getting like nothing done because I'm too busy yapping. Too busy yapping. Too busy being silly. I mentioned the hallway with the rooms with the redeemed villains, and I think there's 2 or 3 more villains that will be in Castletown. Oh, nice. To be fair though, I think Rousey could just like make another floor if he has to. Okay, Mal, I know you know what's in 2 days? What's in 2 days? Deltarune? We're gonna play it tomorrow. Both of us together. Deltarune. Deltarune! In 2 days! Oh my gosh. One of my favorite memes. Today's Monday, Mel, I know. Today is Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday, and then the day after that's Wednesday. Not tomorrow. But it's basically tomorrow. It's the day after tomorrow, which is basically it basically means Deltarune tomorrow. Who's buying it for me? Well, I'm playing it with Sky on my account. I'm gonna make another save file and we're gonna play through it together. You know what? That's 10 out of 10 logic. I can't argue. Exactly. Knee surgery. The feeling when knee surgery tomorrow. My favorite meme is the Susie's idea meme. I think it's so funny. I hear so many good things. I want to play it with Mal. I mean, we could all get together and play it together. I have no problems with that. You can join the party. Susie's idea meme is amazing. The Bleep Squad. I called my squad the Lancer Fan Club. That's what I chose. No more Zuko. You're Wigfrid. Wigfrid, don't starve. That's my main. Love her. She's my favorite. Didn't know it was going to be exactly that but I knew Susie's idea was going to be something deprecating. Susie's ideas are always the best, you know? Pass. Oh, nah. I think that might be worse. Similar to Ace. Dang. Like the dweebs or something along those lines. What the heck? You're tough! Am I Ty Lee? You are Ty Lee. But yeah, that was the other thing about Susie. I feel like she's the one that enables us to get the best possible endings in each chapter. Get me out of the Atla phase. It's either Atla or Gravity Falls. That's all you get. And the Gravity Falls. Oh, you're Metaton! Really, that one's a good one. The worst one! Oh my gosh. Susie? Sky's a Metaton hater. I was talking about Susie and I got my S names mixed up. Well, all those points, you could have manually chosen something else. I hate it here. You're still in the freaking Adventure Time. Oh my gosh. I hate Metaton. Why do you hate Metaton? I love Metaton. He was my favorite. My favorite TV star. How could you hate him with legs like those? I don't know what I want. I don't like decision making. You're still in Gravity Falls! That's crazy. All these choices and you get the same ones every time. Hate the attitude? You just hate a fabulous robot guy who eats humans or something? What does he do? Sans! This is fine. You're okay with Sans? You're okay with Sans but not Mettaton. What is this? Mettaton is so much better than Sans. The illusion of choice. Love my lazy skeleton. Use you? I am not really a fan of Sans. I think he's just alright. Mettaton is a 6 at best. Mettaton is a 10 out of 10 character. Hal heard you say that, he'd be fighting you right now. Mettaton and Papyrus are my two favorites. You know who's the best though? My goat Gerson. That's fair, actually. What's wrong, Mal? Don't find him humorous? I'm okay with his jokes, I just don't like him that much. I think he's overrated, maybe that's why. Where is he? Where's who? Oh, Hal? Hal's at work. Good luck getting a hold of him. Gerson's an 8 until I see him in Deltarune. That's actually fair. He's amazing at Deltarune though. You won't even, there won't even be a competition at that point. Aren't you? I feel like most people are at work when they watch my streams. Spear of Justice, Hammer of Justice, what's next? Axe of Justice. Are we not on MC? Axe of Justice. Mal just barely beat me. I mean, like, I feel like it makes sense. It also kind of sounds like you're saying acts of justice. And I think that Susie's, like, dude, I love the fact that Susie is represented by the axe symbol, that the Root Buster symbol is literally just the axe symbol. That's not what I said. That's not what I said, and you know it. But yeah, like, Susie learning to act in chapter 1, and, like, basically going all in with it in, like, chapters 2, and so on. But I just did. You can't say that. Not on my Christian stream. Or whatever the heck the religion in Deltarune is called. Ban him? Not yet. I'm biding my time. Let us try to color this. Oh please, this is my favorite Minecraft server. Count your days. For real. Count your days. The religion in Deltarune is called Toby Foxlick. I see. That's good. Got problems. Fine when I finish. I love Susie Deltarune. She's the best. I'm so excited to be drawing her. If I get some pizza and hop online, eat that pizza. Minecraft. Or as they say in Deltarune, Minecraft. But yeah, so Susie is the person whose actions lead to the best endings. In chapter 1, she became best friends with Lancer, and it was because of that that Lancer got to become king of that realm and essentially like imprison all of the dads. Which might not have been the best ending thinking about it, but like also it was the best ending for sure. King of the pirates. King of the dads. And he's gone on to collect dads in the rest of the chapters. He's got lesser dad, rules card. He's got his real dad, who's the king. And then he's got girl dad, which is queen. And like I think if you get Tenna in your castle town, you would get TV dad. Just had to mentally reset. What the heck do you mean? Like they say in Deltarune. Minecraft is canon in the Deltarune universe. And it's called Minecraft. It's true. I do not lie. That is what it is. This is the case. This is real. What the heck has Deltarune become? You know what's also canon in Deltarune? Among Us. Susie makes a sick Among Us reference, and then freaking Noelle is like, nice reference, Susie! This is true facts that I'm saying right now. Nah, I'm out. No! Don't leave me, Sky. Too late. No! I'm just telling the truth. I'm sorry. Okay. Deltarune, my beloved. you should come play Minecraft at some point. I don't know what the server is. I'd love to. I love Minecraft. Ace is making the gender fluid. The gender fluid? Like, the one and only? What do you mean making? I made it. It's in the Minecraft channel in the Gremlin Squad. I see. I might join us then. At some point. I am probably gonna have to end stream at some point. Because, some point kinda soon. Probably sooner than I want to because of the fact that, I don't know, my dad wants me to do something with family. And I'm like, I'm too tired for that, man. Make that different. Did you stop production? Did who stop production? I did until I find more flowers, but I got a lot of gender fluid at the moment. What are you talking about? I started as a joke at first, but I've created a whole gender changing factory. Can confirm. Amazing. A whole factory. That's incredible. It's an all of Create mod pack, and one of the mods is called Create Estrogen. Amazing. That's beautiful. Poetic even. Also, for some reason it has ties to Celeste because the main character is trans, I believe. Yes. Anyway, when you eat an estrogen pill, you can dash like that. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Love Madeline. Madeline invented trans people. Did you know? Madeline Celeste. person Susie up in here. At least I've got the best friend squad. Oh my god, they're so cute together. Look at them. You also make thigh highs to negate your fall damage. Amazing. My goodness. Okay, I need to Rousey now. I need to get Rousey in here. My fluffy boy. So the wives, they honestly I want to move to engine making, and the wives were Mal, Booby good. Booby is okay. Sometimes. Only sometimes. Let's see. So Rousey. Okay. Number one, I'm doing Rousey with the hat because I think that just makes sense. I feel like when he's depicted as an icon, it's this version of him, you know? So I think it makes the most sense. Need to obviously though think about what I'm doing. I need a reference of him is what I need. Get Rousey Deltarune. Oh my god. Okay, so I want, okay, what do I want in this freaking icon? I want his hat for sure. Interesting. In the sprite, he's got like hair that goes like this, or like this. And it's kind of like I need your hat to be all in frame, please. I want his scarf in here, even though it's kind of tight, but I really want it. actual glasses because he's a baby. To look at more of his sprites. Our production says it's time for school, Mal. You must go. It's not. It's not. I've only drawn 2 of my guys. I need to draw 5. God, he's so cute. He's such a cute little boy. Cute, fluffy boy. Don't want to. No, you can't make me. I want. Wait a second. I'm cooking here. Can't take me away. Yo! What does the sprite look like in the overworld? I think. Hi. Drawing Rowley. I don't gotta stop. No one can stop me. Oh,
We're gonna get burgers.
huh?
We're gonna get
I can't hear you at all.
burgers. We're gonna get burgers.
What if I didn't get burgers though?
What do you get? Come on.
What if I didn't though?
Yeah,
Says who?
happy.
I'm very busy. I'm not going anywhere. I want to finish my boy. Hmm. Okay, I need to like fix these colors. They're not there. They're not the greatest. This is a much better green. Even though it's like only very subtly different, it makes a huge difference. Okay. Need white. Oh shoot. I need to do that.
Is this the third one you've done?
Yeah. I've got so many more to do.
I know. Dad said that you accepted that you weren't gonna get them done today.
Yeah, but I want to.
I told him this was gonna happen though. Yeah, I'm here, but I'm gonna have to leave soon. Technically, you're supposed to leave soon. How was Deltarune? I hope you loved it. Did you play all the chapters, or did you just finish chapter?
Didn't quite finish chapter 4.
Okay. How exciting.
The boy.
Can I see the other two?
A second.
Up to where you enter the church dark world in chapter 4. Oh, okay. So exciting. Chapter 4 is very good as well. I think chapter 3 is my favorite, but chapter 4 undoubtedly has the best music. It's like so good.
I like kind of do gradients, I think. For the art in this.
Chapter 3 was definitely my favorite. I love game show tropes. They always are good. Okay? I loved like Metaton in Undertale. and Tenna is basically just Metaton but Deltarune. I love it.
He's so small and cute. Love how the Tenna boss fight basically turns into WarioWare on crack. Is that what WarioWare is like? I would not know. I have never played. Quick mini games in rapid succession, yes. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, I love a corrupt game show host. That's my favorite trope. I was so convinced that the secret second Spamton fight was going to be in Chapter 3 because they reference him multiple times. Yeah, it's just because Spamton and Tenna have a history. And everyone is obsessed with that history. Everyone is always obsessed. Spamton was like the Tumblr sexy man at the time. I'm in Chapter 2 anyway. And now it's Tenna, and now it's like everyone's just obsessed with both of them. It's pretty insane. Duckies ate food. I drew Rousey! The boy! He's so small in comparison to the other two. We got a Chris, we got a Susie, we got a Rousey. He's so small. I think I said it would be Birdly and Noelle after that. Let me see. What did I write specifically? Yeah, it is Noelle and Birdly. Oh dear. So I need to look at a thing of Noelle. And I'm doing the Dark World form because of course I am. Okay. I'm gonna quickly see what's going on outside of this, and I will be right back, and I will either end stream or continue depending on what's going on. Hey, bye. Okay. The show must go on. That's what I say. And that is what's happening. So. Okay. What? What? Gotta know well to draw. How do I draw? Should think about here. So. Pretty long face. You got red Rudolph nose. Kinda got buck teeth a little bit. At least that's what I think. Her like talking is very well. It looks like she's pogging too much. / will you make joke icons? Define what you mean by joke icons. Wait, she also has freckles. Oh my god, she's so cute. I don't think I ever see anyone draw her with freckles. That's so sad. Like, let's say in this Deltarune set, a joke icon could be Derby, Birdly, Dead Rousey, or IRL Mike or something? Probably not, because I want my chat icons to look really cute. that is my selfish desire. Too long. That's how I felt this whole stream. I made her horns kind of small, but I think that's okay. I need... Okay. Her colors are like, in the dark world, they're actually like fairly muted in comparison to the others. Like she looks much brighter in the light world. Let's just do this. Move that there. And do this. Nope, merge down. We do our other freckles. Okay. That's like basically Noelle, right? I think that's pretty good. Her horns might be a bit small, but that's okay. Okay, now what colors have we got here? So I'm gonna start your base. Okay, let's see. Goodness gracious. Oh goodness. Very creepy music. What is this? What is this song? Very scary. Toby Fox. Very, very spooky. I assume this is the Shadow Mantle quest line thing. Spooky scary. There's so many reasons why I didn't do that. Nice red news. For the girl. Right? Yeah. Now, I honestly, I kind of want to make her eyes red. And the reason why is kind of depressing, and I can't explain it very well. But like, you know, people tend to draw like Carissa's eyes red. And they made a mistake. I think I did make a mistake. We're gonna do this. So it won't be a mistake. Like, in the same way that people tend to draw Chris's eyes red to kind of represent their soul, I want to draw Noelle's eyes red to kind of be, oh, she's controlled by the soul as well, kind of thing. I think that'll be kind of fun. Like a weird kind of yellowish color, but like it's kind of sorta kind of thing. It's probably like this color-ish, like a little more yellow. Save this on a layer somewhere. If I want to do that, and I want her hair color to be I don't know if this will look good, but we're gonna test it out, see what's up. This is gonna be interesting. let's just like see what happens here. Don't think this is gonna work. Gonna have to find another color for her hair. This is fine. It's fine. I'll probably go with like a pinkish, I think. I'll shade it with a blue, and then yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Let's just get in colors. Definitely am gonna need to change this color. The same red. Okay, no, that doesn't look good. I'm gonna make them blue. I need to make her hair different. Line up color. Yeah, that looks worse actually. So hold on. We need to. sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. Oh my gosh, why are you so big? Okay, what the frick am I doing? If I made this like... Ugh, this is so complicated. If I were to just do this like... If I were to do this like freaking normally, just intuitively, I'd probably do it like this. Okay, that does look the best, but it's freaking green. So I think what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna make her hair like green. That's not gonna work. What the heck? Why is she gotta be so difficult? Noelle, stop being difficult. 'Cause now it's like more green than before. No, this is hard. Okay, this is very complicated. Maybe this. Maybe this. Maybe this. Maybe, mayhaps, mayhaps. Alright, I think, like, it's not dark enough. It's the problem that I'm having here. Let's see this. Ugh, gosh, it's so hard to do this. Do this. Okay. I'm making the hair a bit more yellow because it's just not working for me. want to shade this with like blue. Gosh, how the frick do I do this? Okay, let's just like, it doesn't look quite right either. Okay, what the hell? We're gonna do more of this. Make it darker. I don't know. Do something to make it look better, please. Like this. What if it's like this? What if it's this purpley pinkish color? Maybe it'll look good. Maybe gives it a cooler tone without being too bad. Maybe. This might be what we do. Okay. It looks kind of weird right now, but hold on. I do this. I make it warmer? I don't know what I'm doing. No, that looks like bad. Okay. Dude, this is so hard. What am I doing? I hate, I need to think about how I want to actually shade this hair. So let's do that first. Yeah, like this. This color right here. That's what I want to use on the hair. And then to go even cooler. Ugh, this is hard. To go like this. Noelle is by far the hardest character to draw here because her colors shift so weirdly. go. We're gonna fix the line art color again. I swear. Okay, let's do something like hold on. This. Yeah, I've got something here. I think I've got what I want, kind of. And I'm gonna give her the shiny on her nose because she's a Rudolph a little bit. Okay. That was hard. But I think I got something. Colors don't look very good on the other screen for some reason, but I swear it looks fine, right? Why does that look so bad? Dude, how bad are these colors? They look fine on this screen. quite tell if I've like done this really badly or not. I don't know. Very weird. Anyway, let's do Birdly now. The heck does Birdly look like? Birdly Deltarune. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. Okay. Got like, oh my god, he's so dumb. I hate him. This man. I need him in his talking sprite, please. Birdly talking sprite, please. Please. Birdly Deltarune. Right. Where are his... Gosh. Friggin', I'm just gonna friggin' make something up. Got like this like robot thing on his eye. Got freaking... Oh, that's really bad. Hold on. Freaking stupid, whatever these are. He looks like a freaking angry bird. Look at him. Freaking angry bird.
Bark.
Maya, thank you for the save and the posture check. I am checking my posture. Trying to draw this bird. Hold on. Thank you for the hydrate as well. How are you doing? Trying to get the shape of his head right. It's a lot harder than it looks. Man, this bird. Okay, okay. Dark World Birdly is. Oh my god. Oh no, don't do that. I just merged my layers for Chris and Susie. Okay. So. Birdly should be so easy. Birdly should be so easy. I'm gonna take this color from Chris. This should be the easiest thing I ever have to do. I swear to God. Yeah. Yeah. This for the beak. Bit bright. Hi, zombie lady. I'm drawing Birdly from Deltarune. last guy. Last guy to draw today. Right, and then we got boy. How's the cat? Amazing. Cats are so silly. Okay, how do I want to do the eyes? No respect for keyboards. It's okay. It's because they're very cute. They get away with it. Ugh. Okay. Hang on a sec. Got green eyes. Oh wait, he's still got his. Wait, I'm so confused. Does he? No, he doesn't have glasses on under that thing. Okay, his eyes are very green. I don't know if this is gonna work very well, but we shall see. This to be under the beak, I think. He thinks. Come on. Got the freaking toxic gamer green eyes. And then he's got these blue eyebrows, which I'm making blue for the sake of it, but like it doesn't actually matter. They're just a color. He's such a freaking annoying person. I love him so much. he's so stupid. I love characters that are just so dumb and stupid. Then we got essentially he got his stupid like visor thingy that he's got going on here. Which like I think I want to make it actually yellow. That'll look kinda cool. Because it'll be yellow on the outside and orange on the inside. Next thinks I can do this. Birds got nice blue feathers. He's got toxic gamer green eyes. I'm just gonna use this yellow for the beak. I'm taking orange. gosh. Keep getting on the wrong thing. Okay, let's see. So if I do... Okay. I think that's birdly enough. Oh yeah, I wanted to. Look at him. Look at the bird. He looks like an angry bird. He really does. Okay. There we have it. There we have the bird. I am going to put these in the chat. So let's just go over what we've got. So we put Chris Deltarune, Susie Deltarune, Ralsei Deltarune, Noelle, and Birdly. So, that will be it for today. I'll put those in our chat in between streams. Let me just figure out what the frick I'm doing. Aid in Mozambique. Right. Thank you everyone for being here and chilling with me as I finish up my Deltarune stuffs. It's been fun. I enjoyed getting to finally rant about it and info dump about it. It's been amazing. In the meantime, tomorrow I'm gonna do my Flightless Bird animatic some more. Hopefully finish up that last scene. And then, until then, I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves, have a good rest of your day, and goodbye!